America is the new Rome. And in the new Rome, since Jesus allowed all people who call themselves Christians into the covenant or into Judah's family, into the Spirit of God, we have to look at people by spirits, right? You call wine spirits, alcohol spirits. Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. He said, you brood of vipers. He judged people by groups and categories, and he was right to do so. For example, do you see any Hispanics here? Do you see any beautiful Hispanic women? Are there hundreds of beautiful Hispanic women gang stalking me? Yes. So what the group has shown me in God is that they do more evil than good. If you had a dog in your house, for example, or some lesser form of life, and it was doing more evil than good, when you moved, would you take it with you? Or would you be tempted to deal with it before you even moved? And so it is with non-blacks. They don't respect Judah. Their women don't respect me. They send women to break up with me and leave me for another guy. Remember the song I made in 2012 or so with the big afro and the blue hooded sweater? Not shortly after coming out, La Silva, maybe it was early 2013. I said the 3 females that I dated after my ex-female did the same thing. The Greek, then the first person I dated was the white person, then the Mexican, and then the Filipina. Okay, so a white Mexican, a Mexican Filipina. Okay, 3 females I dated after my ex-fiance. All left me for another guy, and they made it clear. Just like these people, they park down the road, right? They make it clear they're having sex with one of the females that I like. That's how deep this goes. They literally put Queen Isis type females, and I'm not necessarily talking about the Masonite one, into gangs, right? Or hang around gangs, meet them at the club, put them in the liquor store, put them in a place where the gangs come across them, pick them up, and now they're sleeping with different people in your gang. Why? Because that makes you want to kill each other. And when you read whoever wrote that book about life in a gang, that white guy, he claims that about 13% of 12 or 13% of gang-related homicides, which is ironically about the number of black people in America, which probably means nothing, who knows, are romance-related. Okay? Now, of those, I wonder how many are secret society-related, where they're throwing the fuel on the fire. Now, if you made an oath to a secret society, black or otherwise, that used the white power structure's money, problem and solution, and principles like this to come at you in your time of need, God does not want you to keep that oath. God does not want you to put an oath to a satanic cult that, came to you when you're down above God and your family. I know some of this, some of you, this is a novel idea. It is hard to grasp because you're pussies. I know it's hard for you to believe that God doesn't want you to be a traitor, little crony capitalist, baby-killing, swindling, conniving, underhanded, conditioning women, making them suggestible with drugs, raping them in his fraternities and secret societies. Okay? These guys, look. These guys have the power to tell your daughters, your wives, and every pretty woman from your group to find who they are, identify them with their surveillance state and with their perverts like they've always had that work in stores and schools who are keeping an eye out for cute people, right? Like Sierra Lamar. And to take them and brainwash them and even clone them if they want to. We won't get into that. I don't know how far they are along with that. I only speak on what I know, and believe me, they do this. And then they put them back out into society to sleep with people who see it their way to help their philosophy grow and the spirit of their philosophy grow. So at the end of the day, with all due respect, I'm not racist. I can't deal with non-blacks because of countless betrayals and not a single shred of love, which isn't soaked and drenched in treachery and ulterior motives. But at the end of the day, America has the spirit of Satan. And when you look at it as a spiritual person, the spirit of crony capitalism, materialism, indifference, selfishness, shallowness, materialism, conformity, cowardice, evilness, lies, and so on, right? All these childish traits of shorter people who are lighter, right? Women in the pyramid text are lighter. They're shorter. They have baby, childish traits. They're not a big black martial artist who's focused with a very refined, tight, strong killer's surgical body. Surgical. refined thought. They are a sniveling, baby-like bitch. They're like a little Girl Scout bitch. You know, they're women. And it says in Nahum, your soldiers are like women. Imagine you're the manly, you're the king of kings, the top martial artist, the martial artist of all martial artists, the Haru artist of all Haru artists. And some fucking little baby-like, fragile, scared little race, or some slow fat fuck, says, someone from my race could beat you. It's like, I'd be surprised if someone, if the best person from your race could beat the worst warrior I trained for a year. But you think you can beat the best in American history? There's someone from your race? That's like saying, somewhere in history, a baby could have beaten you. A peck with an acorn? Are you kidding me? And they were shorter back then, too? Look, just fuck off. Non-black pieces of shit.